Daniel Carter hadn't taken a real day off in 3 years. Every morning at 5 a.m., he woke before the sun, packed his 8-year-old daughter Lily's lunch, braided her hair, badly but lovingly, walked her to the bus stop with a quiet promise. Daddy's working hard so you can dream bigger. At work, Daniel was the top financial analyst at Vance Enterprises. Calm, focused, professional. His boss, Victoria Vance, was different. Sharp, elegant, unmarried, powerful, and lately interested. She started with small compliments. "You always stay late, Daniel." Impressive. Then dinners. "We should discuss strategy over wine tonight." Daniel always declined politely. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I need to get home to my daughter." Each time he refused, her smile tightened, and the office noticed. Victoria didn't like being ignored. She wasn't used to it. One evening she lingered behind his desk. "You know," she said softly, "loyalty is rewarded here." Daniel didn't look up from his spreadsheet. "I'm loyal to my work, ma'am." Her voice cooled. "I wasn't talking about work." He finally understood. But instead of playing along, he stood up respectfully. "I value my job, and I respect you, but I don't mix personal and professional." For the first time, Victoria's eyes hardened. "Be careful, Daniel. The world isn't kind to men who say no." He thought she was joking. She wasn't. That night, Lily had a fever. Daniel stayed up beside her, placing a cool cloth on her forehead. At exactly 12:07 a.m., there was a knock on his apartment door. Slow, deliberate. He opened it. Victoria stood there, in a black coat, hair perfect, expression unreadable. "Ms. Vance." Daniel was stunned. "Is something wrong?" She stepped inside without waiting. "I wanted to give you one last chance." His heart dropped. "This isn't appropriate." Her voice turned ice cold. "You embarrassed me. In my own company. I did nothing wrong." She leaned closer. "You chose rejection." Then she handed him an envelope. "You're fired." The next morning, Daniel had no job, no savings beyond 2 months' rent, and a daughter who needed medicine. Rumors spread fast. Daniel crossed the boss. He thought he was better than her. No one knew the truth. He applied everywhere. No replies. Victoria had influence. Doors quietly closed. But Daniel refused to beg. Instead, he started freelancing online. Long nights. Minimal pay. Lily once asked softly, "Daddy, did you do something bad?" He knelt in front of her. "No. Sometimes doing the right thing costs more." 3 months later, another knock, this time at 8 p.m. Daniel hesitated before opening. It wasn't Victoria. It was Mr. Harold Vance, the founder of Vance Enterprises, Victoria's father, 80 years old, cane in hand, eyes sharp. "I've been reviewing internal reports," the old man said calmly, "and I found something interesting." He stepped inside. "My daughter terminated our highest performing analyst." Daniel stayed silent. "I investigated why." Silence grew heavy. "Mr. Vance continued, you refused her personal advances." Daniel's jaw tightened. "I didn't want trouble." The old man sighed. "My daughter has talent, but she lacks character." He pulled out a folder. "I'm stepping back into leadership temporarily." Daniel blinked. "Sir, you're reinstated, with double salary." "And Victoria?" "She's on indefinite leave." Daniel shook his head. "I don't want revenge." Mr. Vance studied him. "Good. That's why you deserve power." Weeks later, Daniel was promoted to Chief Ethics Officer. A new policy was introduced. Strict workplace boundaries, anonymous reporting, zero tolerance for abuse of authority. Victoria eventually returned, but not as CEO. She walked past Daniel's office one day. For the first time, she avoided eye contact. He didn't hate her. He didn't gloat. He simply continued working. For Lily. For integrity. One night Lily asked, "Daddy, why didn't you say yes to her?" He smiled gently. "Because your father doesn't trade dignity for comfort." Lily hugged him tightly. Outside, the city lights shimmered. Daniel had lost everything and gained something far greater: respect. Power can fire you. Influence can block you. But integrity always circles back. If this story moved you, remember, real strength isn't loud. It's principled. Sparkle, subscribe to Rise and Inspire for more powerful stories that remind you who you are.